It's Week 13 of the NFL. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Eagles and the Titans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The numbers for Davis last week, 22 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Nice move, but got him nowhere. Still backed up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you get nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They go play action now. Wilson. Out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 8 catches, 119 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson running again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing is Wilson. And this is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. He's got Akins, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets it up past the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tay Crowder gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. Looking long for Thomas. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. (7-7) our score after 1.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Back to the ground, Cook, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Cook is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. To knock this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
They give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Right, the drag. That guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Davis on the counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Wilson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try the middle with Cook. Yeah, this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He gets it to Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And Jackson throwing once more. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Jackson on first down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. No gain on the screen there, and second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Cook is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing again here, Wilson. flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw on second and 10, Wilson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson. He goes once again right back to Hardy. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, and they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And complete right side to Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll drop this off for Davis. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's got Swain here as tight end out right. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, man open left side, it's Williams. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got his man, it's Williams.
Jackson's pass complete to Max Williams. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 40-yard
To throw
line.
again on second down, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cook up the gut. Oh, good move. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the first and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Jackson will throw again. He'll find Williams on the slant.
Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Pressure was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Deontay Hardy
from 4 yards out.
And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The offense on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Complete to Zacchaeus.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
On first down, Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get him to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Here's Davis. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Dances by him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Christian Kirksey. The O-line can't stop him, and he gets the sack. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Again, it's Cook.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Titans are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught at the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wilson will throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Akins, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. First down, here's the run with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Here's Cook again.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Handoff comes to Cook. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brad, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Titans, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.